What's up, YouTube boy? We haven't been here in a while. Welcome to Chat Corner. OGs who've been in this channel for a while will remember this. Feels good being back here. Okay, I just want to talk about a few things today. Today is just a chat about the next couple of months in tech, in audio, and specifically Bluetooth audio, leaks, rumors, announcements, official ones, that I'd like to talk about today. Okay, we'll start off first with Sony. Now, the Sony's got a couple of leaks. One that you've definitely heard of, most likely, is the XM5 headphones. Now, as DHRME pointed out, they may not actually be the XM5 headphones, but it does look like the next XM5. It looks really nice, really premium, but there's definitely a few things that I'm really hoping for in the XM5. See, when Sony came out with the XM2, they took on Bose. Bose was the only real noise cancelling game at the time. The QC35 was, but the XM2 kind of equaled it. Out of nowhere they came and equaled Bose and showed Bose that you're gonna have to work harder than that. The same thing has happened to Sony now, because with the current generation, the Sony QC45 is so far ahead of the game that it's probably the best noise cancelling out there, period. The XM4 kind of competes with the AirPods Max. Apple's first attempt at headphones with noise cancelling, and they completely knocked it out of the park when it comes to the noise cancelling part, at least. And that makes me think that Sony really needs to up its game at this point. This is just not going to cut it. So what is it that they really need to change? Number one, I never had an issue with the comfort, but because they're closed back, they kind of trap heat, and because they trap heat, it gets hot and sweaty around the ears all the time, especially for me, and I believe for a lot of other people on the forums as well. This is something that can be avoided or maybe alleviated by using perforated pads. I don't know if they're actually going to do that, but it's definitely something that will help improve the long listening sessions that you can have with these headphones. The other thing, or two things, and these are probably far more important, will be active noise cancelling and the actual sound quality. When it comes to active noise cancelling, they definitely need to up their game. These are the graphs of the XM4, the Bose QC45, and the AirPods Max. You can see that Sony's just not quite the leader that they'd want to be. Now, realistically, I'll be honest with you, the level of noise cancelling we're getting from all of these headphones right now, they're very good as they are. If you're listening to music, you're not going to need more. It's always nice to have, but you're not going to need more. But if you're the kind of person who just puts on some noise cancelling headphones to get noise cancelling, even if you're not listening to music, then yeah, the more the better. The AirPods Max kill it out there, but it's also $500. The Bose QC45, much more reasonably priced and really, really good. Sony, not so much. The other thing, of course, is the sound quality. Now, when I bought the XM2 headphones, I remember thinking, this kind of sounds nice, but not that great. I noticed that the sound profile of the XM4 is really warm and bass heavy and muddy in the mids, and this is Sony. They have the pedigree, they've got the experience, they have the technology to make better headphones, better sounding headphones. I have no idea why they're not doing it just yet. Plus, I did notice that all their headphones, they're not great by themselves. And what I mean is, if you use them wired without any DSP, without any signal processing, they actually don't sound very good at all. Turn on active noise cancelling, the chip starts to EQ the sound a little and it gets a whole lot better. I would look forward to the day where you could use these wired with ANC off and it'd still just be good headphones, because that means the fundamentals, the basics are in place. Which brings me to the other leak, and this one seems to have escaped a lot of people's attention. Now, the website that's showing the leak is calling it the Linkbuds S. The Linkbuds were a fascinating but flawed device. Really, really cool, honestly. It was because I did the review of the Linkbuds that I found out that Sony actually has a deal with Niantic, the people who made Pokemon Go, for implementing spatial audio with augmented reality games. That's a really cool direction that Sony's taking, and it actually unlocks a lot more potential than you'd think, even for non-game applications. That's pretty cool. If they're bringing out another version of the Linkbuds, if it has the same use case, then that kind of shows me that their commitment in that direction is being reinforced. What's more interesting though is the fact that these look kind of like the XM4 next gen, maybe the XM5 earbud. That is something I'm really looking forward to, and I'm just going by renders. This could be nothing, and this is just speculation. These look smaller than the XM4 while still being very similar in shape. If that is the case, I think this is going to address a lot of concerns. The XM4 earbuds were, in my opinion, some of the best earbuds in the Bluetooth earbud market, period. But the one problem was that they were a little bit finicky about the fit. The nozzle that goes into your ear canal, little bit wide. That makes it, well, less of a sure fit for a lot of people. The earbud itself was a little large, hangs outside your ear, is a little bulky for those with smaller ears, but also even with the ears that it fits snugly, if you went out for a run, you can't guarantee that it would be a fully snug fit and wouldn't bounce around a little. This is a problem with this form factor. There are other ways to do this. The Final Audio ZE-3000, which I have also reviewed, that actually has a weird shape. It's a large earbud, but the shape is made to sort of support itself against 3 points in your ear, which is really, really good design. So there's clearly ways to make this better. Wired IEMs have been doing it for years now. Sony could do the same, and maybe that's what they're going for. A smaller, more flush design will alleviate some of those fitment issues. Maybe a narrower nozzle. The interesting thing though is that vent on the back. When you want real-world immersion in augmented reality applications, you kind of need to let in the outside world as best you can, and a big old hole or a vent is probably the best way to do that. Now, if they've got some way to combine that with the active noise cancelling they have in the XM4, maybe even better now, I can't wait for that device to come out. That is something I am truly excited about because, man, I enjoyed those XM4s so much for the few weeks that I had them. So good. Now, that's Sony. What about Sennheiser? Well, their Momentum True Wireless earbuds are out. The third iteration, they seem to be promising. About 16 to 20% smaller. There's a few reviews out already for the YouTubers lucky enough to have an advanced unit, so you should go check those out. I have pre-ordered them and I'm expecting them to come sort of end of May, so stay tuned for that review. Maybe hit that subscribe button. The one I want to talk about though is 1More. I recently did my first 1More product review, right? The 1More ComfoBuds Mini. Phenomenal device. We'll link the review down below if you're interested in anything sub $100 that you can actually sleep with, because they're tiny and supremely comfortable, and something that has proper, I'm talking meaningful active noise cancelling. So good. The 1More ComfoBuds Mini, I have more expensive things that I can hear. I still prefer to almost daily drive them. They're in my regular rotation. They're that good. Such a nice device, such a compact device. I love them. Now though, 1More is teasing its latest product, the 1More EVO. I don't have it because this channel is far too small for brands to talk to me even. But hey, maybe that'll change. You hit that subscribe button, we'll get there slowly and steadily. But I'm excited about the EVO because it promises to be a full-fat Bluetooth earbud. Around the $150 mark, if I'm not mistaken, definitely less than $200. But it'll have high-res LDAC support at the very least. I'm not sure about aptX. It's going to have active noise cancelling that they say will be up to 42 decibels, which, okay, that's like saying, hey, there's a grand sale happening up to 70% off, but most of the items are just 10%. I hate it when that happens. Don't you just, so annoying. I don't know if this is that, but going by their track record, we might see some really good active noise cancelling coming in at the $150, $170 price point, which means all those things together combined with two things. One, I'm hoping for multi-point because that will really, really make everyone happy. And two, good sound. It's a dual driver design, a hybrid sort of dual driver design with a dynamic driver and a balanced armature. That doesn't mean anything if the tuning is bad, but 1More has a little experience with tuning. They do a lot of wired stuff as well. I'm hoping they bring some of that here, and that means we might have a new flagship killer on our hands. That is something really, really that not only me, you should be excited about too if it's around that $150 price point. That's really, really cool. And finally, moving away from Bluetooth earbuds and audio for just a second, as we do on this channel every now and then, the Google Pixel 7 is due to come out later this year. We're hoping sometime July-ish. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but they do have an event coming up where they usually announce things. If you remember, I've done a review on my Pixel 6. Love this thing. Not perfect, not by a long shot. Still love this thing for all the cool little things that only this phone does that other phones just don't do. But I've always said the second generation of a new type of device with a new type of processor, new technology is going to be leaps and bounds better than buying the first generation of, well, pretty much anything. That makes me really excited for the Pixel 7. But what I'm really excited about is the Pixel Watch. It's been rumored so much. There have been leaks. Somebody even left it at a restaurant, I think maybe on purpose to generate the buzz and the hype, which I'm clearly taking part in right now. But that, to me, is fascinating because I have the Galaxy Watch 4. I wanted to review the Galaxy Watch 4. I was bored by the Galaxy Watch 4. If I were to review it, it would have gone down very similarly to my Technics AZ60 review. Good device, very capable, got a bunch of features, but ultimately lackluster, boring, nothing particularly exciting, and a little bit confused in execution. That's it. Actually, that pretty much sums up the Galaxy Watch 4 as well. Good device, just like the Technics AZ60. Capable, but not exciting. And some things, the user experience is just not that great. Neither was the battery life. So I'm hoping the Pixel will be a more streamlined approach, like Apple and Apple Watch, Google with the Google Pixel Watch. It's reasonable to expect, right? I am definitely expecting to buy one of those and review them, because I've been waiting for a good Android smartwatch for years now. And having used an Apple Watch before, I can tell you unequivocally that none of them come close. It's just, the experience is just so much better on the Apple side of things when it comes to smartwatches that, ooh, maybe I'm hoping for too much. I don't know, but I'm definitely hoping nonetheless. So there you have it. Lots of cool little things coming out, and probably 100 other things that I've missed out. Oh, Nothing's phone, that'll be announced soon, although that might be more hyperbole than anything else. Who knows? Yeah, Google's coming out with stuff. Sony's coming out with stuff. Sennheiser's already come out with stuff, which I've ordered. 1More that I'm super psyched about. We've got some fun times, some exciting things happening. If you know of any other things that I should be aware about, then can you do me a favor and comment down below, so I'll put it in a list of reviews that I should have coming up if it's really exciting.